Right, 10 December 2025, and today I'm excited to be giving you the morning update. And today we're going to quickly go through a number of stories, and then I've got a special feature. So today I've got a special feature, which is an Africa special. So let's quickly go through what is happening, and we are looking at major changes that are going to be taking place in the government of Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa normally makes changes at the end of the year. So by the time we go into January, he changes his team, and normally he does big changes that you can never believe. So last year, all the military guys were removed in January. And now we're looking at the ministers. There's going to be a major reshuffle because Mnangagwa's team is not performing, and they are being linked to many corrupt activities. So the next person to be removed, according to reports from yesterday, is the minister in tourism, that is Barbara Rwodzi. She is going to be removed very soon. And an organization called COSWA is being accused of trying to push her out. So last night, this was trending. Barbara Rwodzi is going to be removed because of a number of reasons. So according to COSWA, she is going to be removed for a number of issues, including terrorizing other party members, including chiefs, with her aunt, Councillor Hungwe, bribing ZANU-PF Chirumanzu district DCC, and stealing ZITF funds. So they are saying that she's been stealing money from the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair. They also say she has been going around using the name of Auxilia Mnangagwa to do all these things. So she tells people that she's close to Auxilia Mnangagwa and then terrorizes people. So this is why she's going to be fired. However, the platform that is run by Collins Mnangagwa has responded last night and accused COSWA of trying to push out Barbara Rwodzi. So I do not know what is going to happen, but this is what has happened yesterday. It has been said that she is going to be dismissed. She's going to be fired. She is next in line to be fired. And let's see what is going to happen. So that is what we have. I don't want to keep it long. I want to keep it very short today. I've got a lot of things to cover. Let us go to the news. So I'm going to take you through all the things that has happened yesterday, including the closure of Nash TV by Tinashe Mutarisi. That is trending. So Tinashe Mutarisi has announced the closure of Nash TV, which is one of the biggest channels for music and entertainment in Zimbabwe. It has collapsed due to lack of funds. So there's no money in it, and therefore they've decided to close it. Then in Tanzania, there was supposed to be a protest yesterday. The protest has failed to take off. It did not happen because the soldiers and police were on the streets from the previous night, and celebrations were cancelled. So there was supposed to be independent celebration, and they were cancelled. So everyone stayed indoors, streets were deserted, and therefore there were no protests. Then Wicknell here has met with Benjani Marwari, and this is in preparation for his job at Highlanders. So Wicknell wants Benjani to work at Highlanders. He's going to be paying the salary. He has already talked to the executives at Highlanders, and as there's no coach right now, he sees Benjani as the right person to take over that job. And yesterday they had a meeting. So it is expected that eventually Benjani will become the coach at Highlanders, and then the team will win. So Benjani is a very good coach, and the people at Highlanders are just waiting for the processes to be followed for him to become the coach of that beautiful and well-loved team. So Highlanders is loved by everybody. Then let's go to Bulawayo City Council. The Bulawayo City Council has failed to pay employees in time. So in December, employees are supposed to be paid early, and the Bulawayo City Council has announced that they do not have money to pay the employees, and they are going to probably pay them after Christmas. This follows delays in salaries in the month of November. So Bulawayo City Council is being badly mismanaged by the bureaucrats who are in there. They have tried to extend the term of the town clerk to 2030, and you can see the results. There is an underperformance in Bulawayo City Council, and that has resulted in the failure to pay salaries. And unfortunately, this is going to continue as long as BCC does not have a revenue strategy. They don't have a revenue strategy. They don't sell stands. Bulawayo is stagnant. It's not growing. Businesses are not coming to Bulawayo. The little thing that was there is all that is there. If Cecil John Rhodes was to come back to Bulawayo, he will find the very same thing that was there when he was there. Bulawayo not growing at all. And then let's look at the soccer team. So people are complaining about the jersey or the soccer kit of the Zimbabwe national team or the Warriors. They don't like it. And this is trending all over. People love soccer in Zimbabwe. And then Walter Magaya here has appeared in court facing charges with his wife. So he appeared yesterday and his case was extended or was postponed for trial to the 26th of January 2026. So that is when it's going to happen. And then let's go to our special feature. So I want you guys to understand what is happening here. This is terrible. So what is happening at an institution called UNISA is very bad. So UNISA is the biggest university in South Africa. And currently, a lot is happening at UNISA. So if you go to Fumojena, we've done some updates there. And if you go to all our websites, we've done updates. So Fumojena is our most updated website of all because we obviously have a lot of African stories going on over there. But let's go to UNISA, which is the University of South Africa. And the University of South Africa is in trouble. So this university is in trouble because the vice chancellor of this university is being accused of corruption and mismanagement. A dossier has been produced alleging that she has misused over 200 million on legal fees. She's also being accused of dismissing and putting on suspension employees that have revealed all these issues that are happening at UNISA. A report was issued about UNISA, University of South Africa, after the minister has appointed someone to investigate the university, and he found that there is massive corruption and massive mismanagement at UNISA. He also recommended that the university be put under administration. So, regardless of that, the UNISA has now extended the contract of the Vice Chancellor of UNISA. That is the lady you're watching here. She is the Vice Chancellor of UNISA. She did the first term. They have now extended the term by 5 years. And this has resulted in the dossier being produced. She is called Professor Puleng Lengabula, and she's being accused of all sorts of corruption and mismanagement. So last night, she has sent out a report or a response to all these allegations. So let's see where she is right now. So she has sent out a response to all these allegations. And she says all these allegations are false. So she has responded to the issue of legal fees. And she says that it's not mismanagement to pay these large amounts of legal fees, 200 million. because she's supposed to pay the legal fees if there's a court case. In terms of the PhDs, so there are PhDs that have been given, she has indicated that 3 judges were given PhDs by UNISA, and this was not to buy them. So the PhDs were not meant to buy the judges, and the judges that have been named are Supreme Court judges. So let me look at the judges. So retired Raymond Zondo, Chief Justice Mandi Zamaya, and Justice Isaac Madondo, who were given PhDs between 2021 and 2025. And then she says, in terms of all these other things, she has responded each and every allegation last night. Currently, AfriForum has taken her to court, and the minister initially placed the UNISA under administration, but then the UNISA council has gone to court and reversed that decision. However, UNISA is badly dysfunctional. There's a lot of fighting taking place. The biggest university in Africa right now, facing so many problems, but that is not all. Corruption and mismanagement is rampant in South African universities. South African universities are on the verge of collapse. So there's about 26 publicly funded universities in South Africa, and most of them are on the verge of collapse because of mismanagement and corruption. And in terms of UNISA, at one point, the situation was so bad that examinations could not be written. There was so much confusion that things wouldn't function. And as it is being said right now, UNISA has been recommended to be put under administration, but they are extending the Vice Chancellor's tenure in office. This is crazy. It shows you that the road goes all the way up. The Department of Higher Education is the problem. So the problem inside of these universities is the Department of Education, and it goes all the way, almost all the institutions of higher education in South Africa facing collapse, and you will see what is going to happen within the next few years. Because they're state funded, the little money that was there from the Americans has dried up, and that is why you're seeing all these issues coming up. This money that they were getting from the Americans, from the grants, is no longer there. And the fights are going to continue with education totally being transformed in South Africa due to this level of corruption, syndicates, and all sorts of mismanagement. The ANC getting in here also and taking sides. So you see that there are political parties also involved here at UNISA. So let's see what happens. But this is one of the biggest stories, the potential collapse of one of the biggest universities in South Africa, with Vice Chancellor Professor Puleng Ngabula getting an extension of 5 years, in spite of recommendations that she be removed from her position. So that is something quite big that has taken place overnight. Let's quickly go through the newspapers, and let's start with Mozambique. Mozambique is on the verge of and is planning to build one of the biggest cities at Mokuba. So you can go and check that out. Mozambique is one of those countries that is got so much potential, but because of security issues, they are failing to do well. Then in Namibia, there is a discovery of gas and oil that is taking place, and South African banks have started moving and positioning themselves. So the CEO of Nedbank has met the political leaders of Namibia. I think that was yesterday, and they are getting ready to manage the funds that are going to be coming into Namibia. It is expected that 20 billion is going to be invested, $20 billion is going to be invested in Namibia to explore the massive gas deposits that have been discovered in Namibia. So that is Nedbank and the Standard Bank issuing a statement on Namibia yesterday. So that is amazing. Namibia is going to do very, very well. A tiny little country with very few people. But it's going to do well because they've discovered so many resources offshore. Right, now let's quickly go to the newspapers and then I'll show you something important. Let's go into, so we're going to stop this one and then we're going to go into Russia. So it has now been revealed that 14 million rands was paid to the people who are recruiting here in South Africa. So 14 million rands paid to the young lady, Nonkululeko Mandula. Here she's a journalist. She was paid 14 million to recruit people to fight in Russia. In Kenya, each person was being paid $18,000 to go and fight in Russia. That is how bad it is. So many people have died in Russia. Millions have been killed. President Trump estimates that 6,000 people are dying a week. And so they're looking for people to fight. And the moment you arrive in Russia, you are going to die. So that is what is happening right now. So much money being paid by the Russians for people to go and fight against Ukraine. So you can go and check out that story in the Star newspaper. That is of yesterday. And then let's go to another newspaper. Let's start with Sowetan. What is in the Sowetan newspaper today? So the Sowetan is talking about Alex dump site for cars and bodies. So if you go to this newspaper, you see that there's a dump site where they dump bakkies. So if they commit a crime, they then take the bakkie there or the car. So that is here. And then more corruption. Johannes Soroke, Mfala Pizza, an Eskom surveyor and project manager, and his spouse, Ndiafi Denge. So they've taken away money from this family for corruption. And then let's see what else is here. Okay, Mandashe warns SACP about contesting polls. So Gwede is not going to be contesting as president. He has already said yesterday. The people that are going to be contesting as president have already been named. And we've shown you yesterday who's going to be a presidential candidate of the NC. So it's clear that the race is on. Let's see who else is going to want to be the president of South Africa. Then let me quickly look at the Chronicle newspaper and the Herald. Mnangagwa is given one of the most powerful speeches that I've ever seen him give on corruption. Mnangagwa is doing very well these days. I like it. I like what Mnangagwa is doing. Go and watch the speech. He has said, if you see anyone committing corruption, you must go and report the corruption. So if you see someone doing corruption, take that person and report them. Start by reporting them to me. Come and report them. Here's my number. If you see someone who's been corrupt, phone me. Mnangagwa said, if someone is corrupt, report them. Phone me. Don't worry. I'll do it for you. So report, just WhatsApp this number. If you have someone who's stealing government money, someone who's corrupt, and you've got a dossier, send it there. We're going to report that person. And we're going to make sure that it's not swept under the carpet. So that is Mnangagwa giving one of the most powerful speeches I've ever seen on corruption. Yesterday, go check it out. It was great. And then let's look at the newspaper here. So that is the Chronicle newspaper of Zimbabwe. We've got the one from the 9th. So we don't have anything here. Let's go to what they say here. Yesterday, I didn't look at this newspaper. A 60-year-old woman from Mawabeni is leading a dairy revolution. So the enterprising woman caught the attention of researchers from the Matopo Research Center when she crossbred a Simmental breed with a Friesland cow, which produced a cow that she hopes possesses improved milk production. So go and check out over here. So I don't want to go into yesterday's newspaper. I want to look at today's newspapers. Let's look at the Herald newspaper of Zimbabwe. So Herald Zimbabwe. Okay, we have the Herald, and what does it say? Empowered to deliver. So Mnangagwa is given more cars. He handed over car keys to Youth Empowerment Development and Vocational Training Development Director Mongiwa Zulu. Mongiwa Zulu. She got a car. Wona Mamonya Argo Gada. I don't know why Mamonya Achigada that way. But they are guarding him very, very heavily. And as I said, Mnangagwa has issued one of the most powerful speeches I've ever seen him issue. Whoever wrote this speech knows how to write a speech. This guy who did a speech for Mnangagwa yesterday, it's amazing. Go and check it out. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for that speech and I'm going to show it to you guys. A powerful speech on corruption. We want corruption to die and to leave our country. And Mnangagwa has unequivocally said, corruption is not allowed. We don't want corrupt people in our country. Corruption is a cancer. So we are so happy to see Mnangagwa fighting against corruption. And then Harare Sudomo spark safety fears. This is a joke. Harare is looking like a dump. I don't know what to do with Harare. Mayor Mafume, do something. Harare is looking like a dump. And then let's go to some graphs. IMTT tax trend. So the tax is dropped. I don't know why, but you can go and check it out in the Herald newspaper. And I think I've covered most of the newspapers. Everything I wanted to cover in the newspapers has been covered. And then let's see what else I need to cover. Let's go to Zambia. President Hakainde Hichilema, one of the best presidents in this region, and Zambia doing so well. So let's see what is in Zambia. And as I said, Zambia is going to grow and grow and grow. If you go to Zambia, you can clearly see the growth in there. So in Zambia, we've got the last newspaper from the 5th. So there's nothing new over there. Let's go to Facebook, to our people. So I'm going to go to my people now, the people that I follow on a daily basis. We're going to start with Minnie. Minnie is a national treasure. She's amazing. So let's look at Minnie Tabo Chiwenga. She's so good. So let's look what she said. Chivara is the primary school, people praising God in French. Yes. And then what else? That last picture that we had from the past, go check it out on a page. She's very followed. Madam Boss is one of our people. Where is Madam Boss right now? Pabasa Pangu. So she's at work. And a lot of videos. Boxburg Boutique Hotel. She is marketing this hotel. I don't know how much it costs. Let's see. Is there price for Boxburg Boutique Hotel? No price. Boxburg is a price. I want to see if I can come over there and sleep there. Put your price. So let's go next. Who is next? Shido Sanyatwe, the wife of Anslan Sanyatwe. The journey to Morocco is more than a game of football. So that is Anslan here.
This journey to Morocco is more than a football tournament. It is a powerful symbol of our national character.
Okay, go check it out. It is a symbol of our national character. I like Sanyato a lot. Then let's look at President Dumapoko. He's on holiday. He's coming back tomorrow. So he has traveled on a private visit. I don't know where he's gone, but he's going to come back tomorrow and we'll see what he's going to come up with when he comes back. Hopo Chingono, over here, I follow Hopo almost on a daily basis. Let's see what he's saying. Any of my followers who are in real estate or property development in the UK, please DM me. Someone who does it for a living daily. I need your help with off-plan properties before I fly out. So he's looking for a house like this. People in the UK, you stay in such tiny houses. How can you live in a house this small? It's tough, and many people rent. One will be the bottom here, and one will be the top. Help Hopo, please. He wants to rent or buy a house. Check it out. I don't think I can live in the UK it will be so tough for me to live in a tiny house. Now let's go to some news. Right, there's a plane crash that has happened here on the road. Go check it out. A plane crash taking place in America. It's a small plane. Then let's go to Chamisa. Chamisa woye. Omboy wangu aripi. Let's look at Chamisa. So Chamisa has not published in a long time. He's not published again today. And then let's look at First Lady of Zimbabwe. That is Wamamoyo. Let's see if she did anything yesterday. 14 hours as a Make Foundation More Than a Mother ambassador. I'm proud to share the More Than a Mother Make Foundation animation film created to help break the stigma surrounding infertility. Guys, go and check out about infertility. And this was I'm just saying, go and check out those people who are suffering from infertility. She has covered it on her channel. And then let's go to, I'll help you, especially with the guys. If you WhatsApp me, I'll help you. And then let's go to who else? Who else has I covered? Opam Chinguri. I always like to cover Opam Chinguri, Kashiri. When I was in Zambia and I was arrested, her bodyguards took me and put me under guard for almost 2 hours. So I was under a guard. But in Nini, Ndochkisa. Then let's look at who did I leave? Who haven't I covered here? Mnangagwa, President Mnangagwa. So when you look at President Mnangagwa, he is starting to look good. People love him because he's no longer under pressure to become a president in 2028. Mnangagwa is going to live in 2028. He's already said he doesn't want to be president beyond his term. So this is really amazing. And I like it. So he says, today marks International Anti-Corruption Day. We commemorate Zimbabwe's commitment to the UN Convention Against Corruption. One of the most powerful speeches I've ever seen from Mnangagwa. That is amazing. Good job, Mnangagwa. And then let's look at who else did I leave? There's someone I forgot. But I'll deal with it later on. Why is Nasty still trending? Nasty still is trending because of what? I love what this boy is loved. So he trends all the time. So let's bring this to the end. I want to now make an announcement. So I am looking for 10 people to work with me. So 10 people or less on a project that we're doing in Kariba. So every day I'll be advertising this. We want to create a car wash, a pharmacy, a shop, and some rooms to rent like that. And we're going to have a braai area that is going to be set up in Kariba. We only need $10,000 in total. So each person must bring 1,000. Bring only $1,000. And then you become part of this. So you become my business partner. WhatsApp me on that number. I only need $1,000 from each person. So 10 people. You're going to have the rooms there. You're going to have a pharmacy there. You're going to have a restaurant. You're going to have a shop. And you're going to have a car wash. So within the next 12 months, we'll complete everything. And you'll now be swimming in money. You'll be swimming in money. You'll be swimming in money. So it's only 1,100 from each person. And you become a business partner in Kariba. So I only need 10 people. That's all. 10 people, 1,000. It's not a lot of money. The money you're going to make is for life. So you're going to make money for life. And you're not going to invest a large amount of money. Become a business partner of Gambakwe. And you have access to me on a daily basis. So that is what we have there. Business opportunity. And then we've got obviously our usual sponsor, Mve. Buy one packet, the only original Mve, and you get a free packet of sorghum milk. Someone called me yesterday and said mapunde. So why you eat that is you need to be strong. When you eat white maize, it's toxic. It puts poison in your body. When you eat this kind of mapunde, it draws out the poisons from your body. So eat mapunde, don't eat white maize. Okay, I think we've covered everything. Let's look at the comments. Gambakwe. So in your interpretation, it becomes good because it denounces 23rd agenda. What about the suffering causing to masses? Does that also make him look good? Okay, let me explain. Mnangagwa is actually being followed by a lot of people now. So young people have got no alternative. They are following Mnangagwa. Look at his engagement. People are following Mnangagwa. When he talks, people listen. And he's got no pressure of 2030. He's starting to donate cars. He's stopped everyone from donating cars. But he is giving to a lot of people. So a lot of young people who would never have driven a car are now getting a car. And that is good. Other things obviously need to be improved. But I think that if you travel in Zimbabwe right now, you're going to see that there's a bit of a change, or a lot of change. Let's not say a bit of a change. That would be embarrassing to say a bit. The universities are being built. The roads, they are working on them. The Vic Falls Road, I'm disappointed with the Bedbridge Road, but they're working on it. So let's give them a chance. But you said you were going to contest in Kulumane by-election. Wakazochka. Itaika. Idimimi. Itai. Tiwone. Gambakwe, all your projects are scams. People must not fall in Gambakwe's shady deals. Marino, you stay away from Gambakwe. Yes, stay away from me. If you don't want to make money, stay away from me. Where are you going to make money in a 1,000? 1,000 is not even enough for a flight to Zimbabwe. My projects are cheap to run. So I don't do projects to cost a lot of money, but you're going to make money. Participate in this project. Don't listen to people that have never started anything. So if you want to talk to me, talk about people who have started something. Don't listen to someone asinakana chirugu chehuku. Like chikwere hana muniyeye arikuudza kuti don't follow Gambakwe, but he's got nothing. Invest in your country. Start with a small amount. Get a feel of how it works, especially the guys in the UK. You transfer this 1,000, you sit back, and we're going to do everything for you. You're not going to lose money. You're going to start making money. So join us in our projects. Don't listen to Josina Basa. Because what are you going to do? How are you going to start a business? Urgu UK. So join us and become part of our project. We're going to build these containers you're seeing here. They are cheap to build, metallic containers. We're going to have rooms. We're going to rent out these rooms every month. If you've got 10 rooms, we're going to make 500 from each room, even if we charge $50. So you'll be able to get your money back quick, and you have something that you can come to when you're at wherever you are. So you'll be able to come to something. Join us and work hard with others. Mnangagwa is a dossier on Tagwire, so he cannot talk about fighting corruption. He said, go and report. Yeah, go and report. What is happening with Lungu? Lungu is at the Supreme Court of Appeal. So that case is now at the Supreme Court of Appeal. Gambakwe, how come suddenly you... Gambakwe, how come suddenly it is looking good to you? No. Okay, I think I've covered that. Mnangagwa is no longer a problem. He's going to go in 2030. And it's amazing. Which Chamisa are you following? Because he posted today. So let's look at Chamisa. Did Chamisa post? Okay, let's go to Chamisa, my homeboy. So Chamisa, again, is the verified Chamisa. 17 hours. Dear oppressors, Do not tempt the people of Zimbabwe. A cornered animal will fight, and a nation pushed too far will find its strength. Do not underestimate those you believe have no way out. When a few eat everything while the many go hungry, the imbalance becomes impossible to ignore. Even the smallest creature, when trapped, shows its claws. Even a cat in a sack is dangerous. Your experiment has gone too far. Respect the people before desperation gives rise to you, to force you, to a force you cannot control. Miss why akuruma nzeve ane hanya nenyika. Chamisa rivana man. Okay, so I expect this kind of thing from Mabaya Shanduku, not from Chamisa. So Chamisa formed something. When Chamisa forms a party, then he's serious. At the moment, achikutamba kutungana kwembudzi. Gambakwe, I can afford to pay your salary and benefits plus your pension package. Saga, don't talk about Zidzoro. Okay, I think guys, let's make it clear. I only want 10 people for this project. So 10 people join me in this project. You are going to own a braai, a pharmacy, a restaurant, some rooms, a car wash. You're going to do well. You never lose in such a project. Even if one person comes a day, what is 1,000? So let's do it. Let's make it happen. And this is going to be off hands. So you don't have to do anything. You just put 1,000 and they're out. Right. I think I've covered most of the newspapers. Let's see if the Chronicle is published. So I'm going to go to the Chronicle, back again, the Chronicle newspaper, and then I'm out. So the Chronicle newspaper is very annoying to me because they're supposed to publish quicker. They're small. They're in a small town. What do you do in Bulawayo? Like the whole day, you got all those people in that building. What are you doing if you fail to publish by 5? It means they're just busy sleeping and getting paid for nothing. So on the Chronicle, you're being paid for nothing. What did you do really? Your newspaper is only like a few pages. So what do you do at the Chronicle building? I can, by myself, I can write the whole newspaper of the Chronicle by myself. I'll just put AI there and it will write the whole newspaper. Yeah. They still haven't published. Okay. Guys, I would like to thank all of you for watching. Remember what I said. AI is something that you must learn. We're going to be introducing a course. So in January, I'm going to be introducing a course for AI. We're going to approach your companies and we're going to be teaching your staff how to use AI, how to go behind and develop and monetize and automate tasks. So I saw Tatena Mavitra saying that she wants to go to the rural areas and do research on how ready they are for AI. All I can say is that she's about to lose a week. She doesn't know what she's talking about. This AI is not driven from the government. AI is driven from the private sector. So you don't drive AI from government, you drive it from the private sector. So go here, skills.google.com, create an account, get your vouchers so that you can learn in a lab. Then go here to cloud.google.com and create your machine, create your project, and learn how to give the large language models commands. So when you are on this platform, you can create a server or a virtual machine. Then you'll be able to create applications that talk to AI that then interact with the large language model. I don't know why my thing is expiring. It's coming out. So go to google.cloud.com and create a VM, skills.google.com, study a course over here and understand how this thing works. And in January, we're going to introduce a course where we'll take you through the process, especially on Google. Google is the biggest company, and Strive Masiwa is currently building the infrastructure for AI in Africa, together working with Manyika, who is in charge of most of the AI. I don't know what part exactly he's in charge of, but he is big in AI in Google. Google is going to be the biggest AI company. So if you know Google stuff, in 10 years time, you'll be set. You'll be one of the best people. So learn to code, learn Python, learn JavaScript. It's not difficult. Like anyone can code these days. You just go there and say, I want to do this. Show me how to do it. It will take you through the stages. Anything you want to develop, you'll be able to develop. And you do well. You make a lot of money. Okay. I would like to thank all of you for watching. And we have a new sponsor. It's going to be coming starting tomorrow. We'll start giving you details. If you're in Harare, if you're a carpenter, if you're a plumber, if you're an electrician, if you're a domestic worker, you'll be able to register and customers will just come to you on that platform. So we've got a new sponsor that is started right now. And I'll let you guys know. It is amazing what is going to happen. Zimbabwe is doing so well. And let's make our country work. And we'll do well. You do well when you do well. But anyway, remember we're covering this story also of Australia. Today they've banned all access to social media for children under the age of 16. Go and check it out on fumojena.com. So our biggest website right now is fumojena.com. That is where we have all of Africa SADC news. So right now we're putting our SADC news on Fumojena. Go to fumojena.com. Every hour we've got more than 6 news stories over here. So if there's something happening, if there's a grant, if there's an event, if there's a summit, if a president is speaking, you'll be able to see on fumojena.com over there. So thank you very much everyone for watching. I really enjoyed talking to you and I'll see you again a little bit later. And a good day to you all.